EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers. On the other side for the Rams, it's Sean McVay. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established, got what you want to get done, and full focus on the season.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s, trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 21 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. You look at this Niner defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
Now Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And even 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming out of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Take it to the 37. They'll score on a 36-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That good for 19 on a 1st down.
That's good for our Rams. 1st down.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Start offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Double right. Right, 22.
Here's Stafford. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's Ethan Evans now. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 18 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
That turned into a very well orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
He was brought down at the
This defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun on third down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Nice. Fighting through. He's got space. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Get set, get set. 18.
Purdy. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ricky Pearsall. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2nd and 10.
Set. Lady. Red. 53. Ready.
To throw is Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
First and 10.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Still. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Rams nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Looking to put a drive together.
Set. 280. And middle. Moving hot.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
20. 0. Hey, 50.
Now it's Stafford. He'll let this go for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for L.A. 63 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
250. Big 20. Ready, hot.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams are back within a score.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score.
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing here, Purdy. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's a gain of 8.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Stafford now to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. And a 49er first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Get set. Get set.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 8. Purdy looking to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And Allen brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now?
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Get set. Get set. 18.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the Rams 7-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Will try and do this himself. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's Kyren Williams running out for another possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Play action. Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the Rams at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready. Number 20.
They run it again with Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Alert.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
18.
Purdy now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And take it right at the 35. A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
50, set. Blue 60.
Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Purdy on the sneak. And he is going to have the Niners first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
Get set, get set.
And Jennings will go in motion right. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Purdy. That's complete out left to Aiyuk. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Rams' 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy. And it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score
a good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Sheds off the tackle. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that will lead you into bigger errors.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third down and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
180.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
260. Zero.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. They'll pick up about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Set. Easy, alert. Number 20. 20 hot.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Omaha, ready, move.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Hey, 5-0, ready. 280, big 20. 0.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Set. 22. Set.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams get a bit closer. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's back to an 8-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 now. Purdy. That's complete to Pearson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing here, Purdy. A throw left side for Pearson is complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went in and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yards to pick up the first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Back to throw. Purdy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but It's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Yellow 20!
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Williams going to get it again on second down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And a 49er 1st down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Purdy from the gun. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Back to throw, Purdy. And it is caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st down, 49ers.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you come around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Set. 180.
Stafford now to throw. Pass complete there to McCool. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. But Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 37. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Purdy looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another run to McCaffrey on second down. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. They'll try and do this. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Eddie Pinheiro set
now
to
after the
off.
touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
The busy night continues for Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff,
Where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Niners, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they